all you people.
We back.
Can I get a hoya?
Hoya.
All right, everybody. Mic checks. Let's all do a mic check.
Mic check.
Ready, everybody?
Mic check. Check.
Ma.
God damn it. The heart was really in there. I could tell. Oh my god.
Is that your quote, by the way? Is that you starting off with a quote?
Can you tell what my favorite character was this week?
Oh shit. All right, we in this. We'll just get right into the summary here as quickly as possible. So 62 to 64, we have our first few episodes of the gang and the Grand Line. Luffy and the gang have begun their real journey by crossing Reverse Mountain and into the Grand Line and immediately get swallowed up by Laboon, the goodest of whales, thanks to Luffy, the biggest of fucking morons. They meet an old geezer named Crocus who lives inside of the whale, who explains that Laboon used to roll around with a certain pirate group who was left behind because the group decided that the Grand Line was too dangerous. He was told that he was only going to have to wait 2 to 3 years, but it has now been 50 when the Straw Hats caught up. After a brief skirmish between Luffy and Laboon after they exited the whale, Luffy takes it upon himself to declare a rivalry against Laboon and makes him promise not to die until they come back for a rematch. And we now have an unofficial 6th member of the Straw Hats. Woo! Meanwhile, on the B plot, there are 2 goons who go by Mr. Nine and Miss Wednesday. After a failed attempt on Laboon's life, they beg the Straw Hats for passage to Whiskey Peak. When they arrive at Whiskey Peak, the town throws a party for them, gallivanting them as heroes, but it was all a ruse. The town is a nest of bounty hunters by the name of Baroque Works, a mysterious organization full of codenames and secret assignments. Zoro, being the perceptive bastard that he is, sees through all of this and declares them as his enemy. About 100 goons versus our favorite 3-sword-style champ. Can he do it? Well, we won't know till next week. So tune him in! But in the meantime, we'll discuss the rest of these episodes. A lot of exposition into how traveling in the Grand Line works. A lot of fun little side characters introduced. What were we thinking? How do we feel?
With the last scene alone, I just got some very strong Itachi vibes. Like, you know, that scene where he's sitting on top of the light post and he has his swords in the moonlight and everything. I'm just like, oh, he gonna fuck all these boys up.
Oh, he gonna fuck some bitches up, dude.
He's gonna give one of them a real motivation to kill him. I'm just telling you.
Literally the exact same scene, too. You got one goon who's like standing on top of a high platform overlooking like a town of... Well, in one scene they were dead goons, and in another scene they're soon to be dead goons. With the moon in the background.
It was a perfect setting, honestly. Like these 3 episodes, I really gotta give it to them for the sense of like how much the animation style has just gone up in comparison to what we were shown to. Like,
yeah, I
say they put a lot more detail in.
I was actually kind of wondering if because there are like spurts where I feel like the animation is still kind of like weird and still kind of old-fashioned, but then out of nowhere there will be certain scenes and points where like everything feels a lot, I guess, more rounded, almost. Like before there was a lot of stringy, and now I feel like we're starting to get some more curves.
There's a lot more effort put into it. You could definitely tell.
They probably have more people working on it now because the money started rolling in from that movie. Remember the
the famous.
So by proxy, though, that means that they're getting more effort put into it because more people are working on it, more like they have more to work with.
No, I feel it completely. I also think that even though, because there's a point in the series where you like know when the animation like changes, and that's when you get to my favorite style of animation in the series.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really change that much in these earlier parts. But there does seem to be like a point where suddenly it's not like the super old style. We've almost sort of settled into not super old, but like a little above, and now into like a semi-old but somewhat moderate style animation. We're still not on the good animation yet, but we're getting there. We're definitely a little bit better.
Oh, so speaking of movies, you actually see Mr. Nine and Miss Wednesday's ship during that movie, the second movie.
Oh,
Really?
did not catch that.
Do
Yeah,
we?
it was right next to them, Going Merry.
Oh, it's on the
what,
top.
like the top on the castle or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh.
Does that make that movie canon? I feel like that makes it canon.
That movie's canon.
Oh god!
Get out of here! That ship movie ain't canon.
We already went over the movie.
Yeah,
I don't want to go back.
Yeah, but
Don't make me
then
go
it was
back.
bullshit. It was just bullshit filler. Now it's canon bullshit.
But no, and then the other thing that I still love is they're still going so hard on all of the like background art. I know inside Laboon, between the being in like the inside gastrointestinal like ocean area or being inside of his like catacomb, it all looks fucking sweet from start to finish. The Whiskey Peak with that sweet set piece of like the giant cactus, which all the little spikes on it were secretly crosses and whatnot. Dude, everything still looks great in the back. I'm always looking in the back, mainly because I've already seen this so many times and I don't need to see the front anymore.
Yeah, you of all people watched the show a billion times. So me, who hasn't really watched the show like more than twice,
And me, first time experiencing
right?
it.
And usually I just rewatch all the good parts. You know what they are.
Yeah, we all know what the good parts are.
All no.
Coming back to these episodes that are sort of in between arcs, I forget a lot of things. And then the little end scene with Zoro really, I was like, oh shit, Zoro's way too cool for this series.
He hits different. I'm getting some
Big
real
facts.
strong Itachi vibes. I'm sorry. Like he's looking pretty swole.
and yet again, we get an opportunity for Zoro to showcase that he was a prominent individual before joining the Straw Hats because he was offered a job by these schmucks.
Not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure all his stats are 20. I'm just gonna lay it out there. Like, he's got 20 constitution. He's clearly got a 20 in fucking wisdom because he's able to perceive literally every little small change. You've seen it.
That
We've all seen
backfires
it.
though, because he gets nat 20s and nat zeros. All right.
Yep. No, I would agree that he's got 20s across the board, except for maybe intelligence, whatever he needs in order to tell direction, because that will come into play, and you will realize that this man is a walking goddamn meme. Oh, he's just a glass cannon. Well, maybe not glass cannon, but
No, he tanks a lot of hits.
whatever the glass cannon equivalent it is of just being a fucking idiot.
Speaking of those graveyards, remember when it showed the whole close up of those graveyards? And you see,
Yes,
like,
I wanted to
words?
know the significance of the names. I was going to ask.
Those two graveyards are literally just Oda and the director's name backwards.
Ah,
Really?
Yeah,
Lit.
I wouldn't have figured that out. That looked
I
like
didn't pay
that's why
attention
it looks
long
like
enough.
that's why it looks like gibberish.
I thought about pausing it, and I was just like, no.
Yeah, I was like, somebody will tell me.
Only English-speaking audiences might even have a chance at finding that out too, because that shit ain't in kanji.
Exactly. I was still like, man, this looks like gibberish. Hold on, we read this backwards real quick. I looked up online. Oh, it's just their names.
Son of a bitch! I just assumed they were just like some throwaway shit that they put on top of the graves. I like that. That's a pretty fun little tidbit.
but what about Laboon?
Oh my god, the
Goodest
best
boy, number 4, I think, on our list.
The biggest of best boys, though, by far.
He is definitely the biggest.
He's a dummy thick. He doesn't put 2 C's at the end. He puts 4 C's.
He is
Damn.
upgraded to the 4C. Oh my god, what a guy! No, dude, I love Laboon. He's such a fun little character that they introduce you to at the very beginning.
I love
And-
how they do it though. They don't do it with the visual representation at first. They do it with the sound and like just hearing that roar like throughout
Mhm.
the whole show, like episodes was just I don't know what it was. It just hit like it's like going to like see like Godzilla 2016. I know people say the movie was awful,
Hey, I loved it.
but they will say that the roar itself was very good. It's just like I don't know with like giant monsters and their roars and like the fact that like how they even used like the fact that it would actually hurt your fucking ears like roaring near you. Like I just love the way that hit when they first show it.
Yeah, and then like they show that he like actually goes through like almost like a voice changing too, because when he's first a baby, he's got like a little squeak. And then he gets older and he's
adorable.
like or whatever the fuck it is.
Poor boy.
Poor dude, man. Yeah, he got abandoned by that crew.
But like what I'm trying to figure out is like, so did Gold Roger meet the whale, or did he come after or before the whale? And the reason why I bring that up is because the gatekeeper guy who's in the lighthouse mentions Gold Roger, like when he looks at Luffy, and so like that's where I'm like trying to figure out where the ties are between the gatekeeper guy.
I mean,
and
he
Gold
could have met
Roger
he could have met
because-
Gold Roger after that random
he could
crew,
have-
though.
Or he could have been their doctor. Because remember, he said he used to be part of a crew as a doctor.
No, he manned the. Did he say a crew? I thought he was just on.
he said he used to.
He was the doctor on a ship's crew.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought he was part of like a town or something where the
So if anything,
lighthouse.
there's a possibility that he was part of Gold Rogers.
There's a big possibility that.
I don't know, man.
Why not? I mean, every ship needs a doctor.
But that's what I mean. Is like there's a lot of unknowns, and it's like this is actually pretty interesting because of it. Because it's like because of how many unknowns there are, it kind of makes it that much more fascinating. Just looking at, especially as a newbie, looking at it, going like, what if Gold Roger was before or like after that dude?
I'm pretty sure he was.
How far did that guy go? Or what if he was and he just went back through? Because Gold Roger literally has a wiki of figuring out how to get in and out of the Grand Line.
Hey, and that's very true. Gold Roger is a seasoned pirate long before he got executed. He did understand the ins and outs of the Grand Line, at least to a more of an extent than the rest of the world. So I would say that it's definitely possible that your boy was like in the Grand Line, he did his thing, then when he left, and then he was like, you know what, maybe I'm going to go back. And they did the whole thing over again. And then after, they maybe left again and did the whole thing over again.
It's like reading a good book and wishing you had wiped your mind so you could experience it again. Gold Roger just like smacked his head on something.
So he knows Roger. He was a ship captain, not ship captain, a ship doctor at one point in time. But the guys who left Laboon behind are assumedly not the Roger pirates. And I will say this, there is a distinction here. Crocus claims that the pirate crew abandoned the Grand Line. He doesn't know any more than anybody else. He can't prove that they abandoned it. He can't prove that they died. When Nami asks the question, he just says, "Nah, I know they escaped. I know they abandoned it." And then she's like, "Well, how do you know that?" And he's like, "I just have a feeling." And it's like, well, bruh, you can't just. What do you mean?
I'm inclined to listen to this man though. Because one, he's an old anime man, and two, he has a feeling about Luffy also. And we all know Luffy's the protagonist.
So his radar isn't far off.
That's fair. That's very fair.
And he knew Gold Roger, so his feelings are measured by something.
Oh, so for Gold Roger, speaking of Gold Roger, you now have an end goal. You now have Raftel.
Right. So we now know what the last island is. It's already been dropped to us at the start of the adventure. We already know where the last island, or what the last island's name is. And I would like to mention for the team here, just so that we don't get annoyed. The actual name is Laughtail, and that was actually a translational error that never got corrected for fucking years.
I like Raftail better. Laughtail sounds way too meany.
I like the name Raftel.
Yeah, Laughtail doesn't sound like the name of an island.
I want that to be clear in case anyone ever hears anything about Laughtail, because it comes up both once in a while in the series, in the early and in the later. They are one and the same.
Isn't that just the beauty, though, of just manga and anime in general? Like, I mean, look at what happened to Berserk. Like, his name was always supposed to be Guts, but it was Gutsu at one point, Gutsu at another point. It's like 80 different versions of it. It's the canon manga too, and it changes. Like, it's just a thing with Japanese. You gotta appreciate it. It's anime.
Right. No, I feel it.
At some point, this Guts fella was also a tiny dog.
You're not wrong.
Was he named Shushu?
No. He's not wrong, though.
Is this the anime crossover we needed?
Yep.
I'm just kidding.
Didn't know we needed.
No, it's canon, but that's a different show altogether. We're talking about One Piece. We're not going to divulge into the...
But anyway, so Raftel, we now know the last island on the adventure. It is Raftel. We don't know a whole lot about it, so I would I would say that don't assume that just because we know of the island at the end of the Grand Line that we necessarily know that it is easy to acquire or easy to find. Only Gold Roger was able to confirm its existence, and when they look back on when he started the pirate era, anything that he says, since he's the only one who's been able to quote unquote confirm it, you can't really know for sure that it ever really existed out there for the rest of the public or whatever. So there's a reason that he's the only one who's been able to get there.
I do want to make a comment though, just on just how, like, even during that point, like they kind of like go over the navigation of like the Grand Line. Mm-hmm. And my first instinct was not to, be like, oh wow, that's such a creative way. I thought of it like a DM would, which is, that's a genius fucking way for a story writer to come up with any bullshit last minute. Like I'm just thinking, like, you have a railroad, you have literally rules for your railroad, such as you have to charge a little battery thing on every single island, because apparently that's how magnets work. And
It is now.
Like, I'm just sitting there thinking, like, this is like the easiest. No wonder he has like 800 episodes of random shit happening throughout, like, whatever, how long this is. Like, he's literally just every single time he gets to a new island, he can make up new rules. And it's like, that's fantastic. Like,
yes,
as from a story writing aspect. Now, me, going through it as a viewer, like, oh yeah, this is pretty neat. Seeing how like, what's it called? There's a kind of like a one way to go to the islands. But in my brain, I'm just like thinking, like, you cheating son of a bitch.
You cheating son of a bitch.
You cheeky dog.
Don't hit the player, kid.
Don't hate the player at the game.
No, I don't hate him. I envy him. I envy his creativity for coming up with that idea, and just me going like, why didn't I think of this?
You can only go this way because I said so, because plot says that you have to
because
go. When you get to this island, there's only one other island you could go to after that, and it's that one.
And you don't want to go backwards.
And you're the fans. You were like 8 years old when he came up with this.
In my defense,
don't feel too bad.
Yeah, you were like, this was probably like what, 2001 in the manga, maybe 2002 in the anime or something like that, or maybe I'm off base.
Also, you're questioning the magnetism of this place. You see the weather in this place,
Dude, I thought I was in upstate New York.
The Grand Line is just the Midwest confirmed.
But now imagine out in the sea where your life depends on the wind direction.
I thought it was interesting seeing it, like them actually showing that, like, like these whole episodes literally emphasize so much like how dangerous the Grand Line are in one day. Technically, it's still the first day that they're on sea.
Yo,
and so it's like it sets the tone, which is nice for everything on, because it kind of gives the reason of like, oh look, my world is complete magic bullshit. Like, magnets don't work. Like, literally, he can make everything up, and it's. Honestly, props to you for being creative to make your world so that you could change with whatever you're feeling. Like, some days you want to do a snow beach episode. I know I said snow beach. That doesn't make sense. But look at what
it does.
So, I bet One Piece will have it. You joke. I'm sure that's out there.
They had a beach episode and a snowman in the same one. Like, tell me I'm wrong.
I guarantee you that's probably happened. Shit, that probably happened in this episode. They made a snowman, and then they got to Whiskey Peak. I mean,
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So, like, I can't really blame like him for writing it this way, because it gives you so much flexibility with your story of just going, oh, like, because like, especially as a DM and everything, sometimes I'll go, oh, I want to do a nice edgy winter themed campaign, or sometimes I just go #beach episode. Like, like, it gives the flexibility, and it's nice. It's interesting seeing it.
Yeah, you can tell that he came up with this so that he could give himself some freedoms, especially because when he got to the Grand Line,
you mean a lot of liberal freedoms.
Now, I would argue that maybe out on the sea he could do whatever the hell he damn well pleases, but normally, for the most part, the islands themselves will maintain.
Well, yeah, but that's what I mean. Is like when I was referring to that is like each island is its own little like thing, because it's not like, for example, if I take our modern world and I go, I'm going to tell you a story in Africa, but it's going to be snowing. It's not going to make sense because there's no snow there. But in One Piece, he goes, this island has snow. This one has an island made of rocks, and it looks like like quills, but actually it's tombstones. Like, he literally just gets to change the world's rules every island.
Basically,
that's as a story writing thing, that's busted. That's like, that's literally he was like, I'm in. Like, he hacked storytelling.
Well, I'm glad you're so passionate about this. That is a creative freedom that he has granted himself. That is very sorely loved.
Going back a bit to about episode 3 or 2, I don't know when we did it. Devin goes, I don't know how there's 800 episodes of the show.
Now I do. Now it all comes together.
Here it is.
And I told you the exact same thing. It's all going to depend on a map, which I got in a world building explanation, and it makes sense. It's bullshit, but it makes sense.
But it works. And it works well.
But it works.
And it makes sense. That's what matters to me the most. It makes sense because the rules have been written. I mean, it doesn't all make sense. Like, why do magnets not work and why do you have to charge it? But that's a different rant altogether.
Because all the islands have these fancy rocks that make it really bad for magnets, I guess.
I really want to understand how that watch works, though. That's the one thing, like, mechanically, I'm trying to wrap my brain around. Like, why do you have to charge it every island?
They loosely explain it and say like it hones in on the magnetic field that each individual island gives off.
So when you're on an island, you're essentially like absorbing that magnetism or whatever is the way it's written as. This is how the device works. I'm telling you how the device works. I'm not saying it makes a whole lot of sense.
The log poses.
But
The
the log pose will absorb the magnetic frequency of the island you're standing on, and when it basically reaches capacity, which is a process that can take anywhere from like minutes to years. He makes that as a specific note in there because
It's bullshit. That's what it
Nah.
means.
but it'll absorb the electromagnetic frequency of the island itself, and when it absorbs enough of it, the needle will basically reset and then align itself to the next nearest island.
So my question is, can you go backwards through the Grand Line then?
Using a log pose, you cannot go backwards in the Grand Line.
Oh, wow.
You can only go forward
stuck,
or try
mate.
to escape via the calm belt. Now, I will say, without potential spoilers, there are a couple other ways to traverse in the Grand Line that we are not yet privy to. But for the most part, if you are exclusively using a log pose, then yeah, you can literally only go straight. Congratulations, you're in on this ride for the long haul.
Here you go. Have fun.
So how about the secret agents, dude?
Yeah, how do we like the theme? Because we have Mr. 9 and Miss Wednesday,
We have
and then
numbers
we have
and days.
the unluckies who are Mr. 13 and
Friday.
Miss Friday. And then we have what was it, like Mr. 8 and I think Miss Monday or something.
See, I didn't fully grasp the whole like theme behind it because I it was kind of like random from what I could understand when I was like okay, 9 Monday, what?
Wait, I thought it was just that the men get numbers and then they have a Mrs. Day.
Yep, it's that. You are because we don't know the rest of the hierarchy yet. So these goons are ranked in terms of numbers, days, and some other shit. But or like every number is ranked higher than any particular day, and then there's another like other goon hierarchy like beneath that. And I think that all the days are above them.
Yes.
I believe that's how it works.
And the higher the number, the lower tier you are of the numbers scale. So like 1 is obviously the best.
Do you want to know what I'm glad about these episodes in returns to those guys?
Mm-hmm.
There's no Kobe.
There was no Kobe exposition.
know that.
Woohoo!
You don't know that.
Don't count your
You don't know
blessings
that.
too
I don't know
soon.
about that.
No! Don't! No! Oda, why? Oda, why? Just give me one fucking break. 1 week. Just give me one.
Devin, I'm going to tease you with a little thought here. We will meet one of the Kobe's in the next episodes that we watch.
It is a Kobe we've seen.
Yes, it is definitely a Kobe we've seen. One of those Kobe's of the 5 that we've seen so far.
Canon Kobe's or...
Canon Kobe.
It
Yeah.
is a
Yes.
canon Kobe.
Oh, it's Marine Kobe, isn't it?
We are going to be rewatching one of these Kobe's.
They're coming back. They're coming back into the
They're
story.
stronger, and they're stronger than ever.
Should we start considering Kobe's as their own One Piece? Like,
No.
No.
What?
No.
We can keep a
Absolutely not.
Master Kobe list, but they are not at all
should we have
related
a
to the
Kobe,
One Piece.
can we have a Kobe tier list somewhere?
No.
Just like
Not
which
rating
Kobe's better than
Kobe's.
the other
They're
one?
all F tier.
I mean, but I can't even remember half the Kobe's, but let's not go over there right now. The secret agent code names are cool, but their broken English is really killing me. Not in a bad way, in like a comedic way. It just cracks
when
me
they
up.
go Mr. Wednesday.
Yeah, it cracks me up every time.
Oh, do they actually say it in English like Mr.
Yeah,
Yeah, in
some
the
of the
South
lines-
they go
yeah.
Mrs. Wednesday. The broken English is funny.
Yeah, I don't remember the broken English part of these goons.
That's because you're
Well,
a
that's because
dub.
you watch dubbed.
I've seen the entire series in subbed. I've seen it in dubbed more, but I've seen it in subbed.
Wait, correct me if I'm wrong. Are they bounty hunters or are they
They're bounty
They're
pirates?
bounty hunters.
Yeah. They are bounty
They make a
hunters.
point of
Overall,
that.
we like to just call them assholes at this point. Though.
Well, you know.
Hey, dude, they are attempting to ransack our heroes. They are objectively an asshole right now.
They just fed the dudes, all right? They gave them energy to fight.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they could steal all their shit and murder them and turn them in for their bounties. That's called an asshole. That's called a dick move.
No, these people are fucking dicks. I'm with you, Devin. These guys are fucking plebs.
Well, they're not plebs. They're not plebs. They're geniuses, but they're assholes.
Geniuses is a bit of a stretch. How about the fact that Nami beat out Zoro in a drinking contest?
It's because money was on the line.
Hold up. Zoro literally gave up intentionally because he's like, there's booze in this shit.
You right. No, I know. I just want to point that out because I wanted to make note of it. In a parallel universe, there's a Zoro that got beat by Nami in a drinking contest.
To be fair, though, like, when I was watching this, like, when they first showed them, like, celebrating, I was like, these are bad guys.
These guys are villains.
Yeah.
You're a bad guy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like, if I could figure it out, that means everyone should have been able to figure it out at that point.
On the potential of taking someone's code here, they do reference Sanji doing a certain thing, going,
Whoa! This pirate's trying to hit on 20 girls at the same time. We don't stand a chance with these pirates.
Mad lad.
And that guy made 3 cooks pass out.
No, I'm pretty sure he made more than 3. I'm pretty sure Luffy made like 6.
No, it was 3.
Was it only 3?
It was 10.
I thought it was like...
Yeah.
They have the same guy pass out twice.
They made 2 guys not get knocked out completely, and I think that when he fell and was like, I think I'm full, then the last cook comes down, but he's got hard eyes, so I think that's meant to be like he's exhausted, but he won.
Yeah, and then it was Miss Monday.
Miss Monday.
Jacked.
Brawlic.
Yeah, Brolic, that's
Rick.
done over there.
Let me describe this for a viewer out there who may not know what Miss Monday looks like. All right, think of a nun. All right, you thought of a nun? Take off the robe, super jacked. Think Broly from Dragon Ball Z. All right, think Broly times 2. All right, super jacked.
Be specific, the newest Brawly, not the old Brawly, the newest Brawly.
Pink pom-pom hair.
Oh, yeah, that too.
And a mini dress, by the way.
She could suffocate me in her thighs any day.
Oh, absolutely. Those thighs crush 8 watermelons at the same time.
Absolutely.
Step on me, mommy.
The funniest part for me was that they didn't even those 3 goons besides what's it called, Mr. 8 or his name is.
Yes.
They didn't even know how much their bounty was before that.
No, nobody gave a shit. They were just like, more pirates fell into the city. Time to ransack them for all they're worth and kill them.
Well, you can tell that there's clearly a nice hierarchy of like where the smarts are in the group. Mr. 8 is the one with like the actual planning or whatever, so he keeps current on like the bounties and whatnot and who fucking shows up.
What I really want to know about, though, is the kamikaze rat seagull. That is what I really want to figure out about.
Are you talking about the unluckies? Because that was a vulture.
My bad. Wrong bird.
They are the unluckies. They serve as, it was kind of briefly described, they serve as the informants for Baroque Works. They're number 13. Mr. 13 is the rat, as you referred to, and
Yes.
Miss Friday is the bird. And they are information informants for Baroque Works, and they serve punishments when certain members don't get their jobs done, which is what we got from Mr. 9 when he was writing a message.
Huh.
Listen, everything about this, everything about these 3 episodes is just chock full of dumb gags. All right, like we opened fucking episode 62 with the dumb like standoff Clint Eastwood bit.
Don't even get me started.
Remember your
on
rule
that.
of 3s, Devin?
So to explain the gag out there, imagine people just staring at each other, and then the screen just keeps going back and forth between people.
About like everyone's waiting for like the high noon to hit, so they draw the pistols like that, like stare off, where they're just sitting there just waiting for something to happen, and nothing happens.
But it's also about random bullshit.
He did the Hachi thing!
It's only polite to introduce yourself before asking a question of someone you've just met.
All right, fair enough. I'll go first.
If you
My
must
name
know,
is-
My name is Crocus, and I'm the lighthouse keeper of the Twin Capes. I'm 71 and a half years old, Gemini. My sword!
I like Zoro. He's like about to draw the blade. He's like, I'm really trying not to kill you.
I love how you try to stop Sanji if President did that.
I also love my boy Crocus, who's totally rocking the commie house inside of a whale while we're on the subject of referencing other random shit.
So did he build all of that infrastructure inside Laboon?
Yeah.
They kind of said that he kind of did himself.
He built
when I saw
all
that, when I first saw the hatch,
Mad
I was
Lion.
like, okay, there's some stupid shit about to happen. Like that was my
Oh,
first.
yeah.
When I saw Luffy on top of it going like, there's a hatch there and he's about to drown. I was like, there's about to be some dumb like this whale's not going to be real, or like that's where I started off with this episode. I didn't think of him as actually being a good as boy who has health problems and needs health care.
Little do you know that we have a cyborg whale sitting in the ocean somewhere. on
Yeah.
the Grand Line.
At the entrance of the ocean.
Fucking edge. He's the guard dog. He is the Cerberus of the Grand Line.
He is
A
the
gigantic
Cerberus.
robotic whale.
Except, yeah, it's a fucking giant fuck off whale.
Fun fact: the biggest whale.
The
that-
absolute biggest whale in the world. The island whale.
One day, I hope that he goes and sees his family in the West Blue. Goddamn Laboon.
I like how they compare the sizes when they entered in from the reverse mountain, and you see the ship, and then it zooms out and it keeps zooming out, and then you see the little ship is like a tiny ant compared to this whale.
He made him his rival.
I wrote that down. I said, did he just fucking Gary Oaked this dude?
Yes.
He Gary Oaked him like, ha, we're gonna call this a draw, and the whale's like, the fuck? I'm
Nope.
clearly
What
beating you
draw?
up.
This isn't a draw. I'm
What
fucking you
draw?
up right now.
I'm your rival now. You have a goal now. And I was like, holy shit, did they just add a whale to their team? Like,
Basically.
Yeah.
like, at first I was like, wouldn't that be hella cool and make a lot of sense to ward away giant monsters from them so that they can focus on fighting the fucking pirates? Is having a gigantic whale
Yeah.
with them, following them around? But no, they did it differently, which I'm cool with. I accept that reasoning. It's just like my brain was just like, he just fucking Gary Oaked him.
Nah, dude. Here's how it works, right? It's like an Assassin's Creed or a Witcher game where you summon your horse, like you just whistle into the ether, and Lobu pops up and goes "Roar!" and eats everything, and then disappears and ends up on a rooftop somehow.
You just need to give the right frequency of whale call, and then Laboon comes to your rescue.
Yeah. Laboon is the Straw Hat crew's ultimate ability.
You know, in Skyrim, there's all the shouts, right? And I think the storm shout takes like 20 minutes to reload. This is Laboon, but this is like 20 years.
Yeah, but
This is like
it's
20
like
years.
200 episodes.
I'm waiting for him to come back. I'm waiting for it to like pop out like Laboon was following you the whole time. And you couldn't see it because he was behind and he doesn't have a magnet in his brain.
Characters do find a funny way of resurfacing back into the story from time to time, but if I'm pretty sure Laboon does not actually start following the Straw Hats.
There's
But
an
we'll see
alternate
again.
storyline somewhere out there where it's entirely from Loboon's perspective of all of their adventures, just him watching from the water.
Yeah, I want the equivalent of what Avatar The Last Airbender did for us, which is fucking giving us a whole episode of seeing what happened to the events after Aang left, but instead it's Luffy left, and it's just watching Lobu do things. Like, he comes in, bops them, comes into this next island, flips the island over, doesn't give a shit. He's a big-ass whale. Comes over to the next place where there's still bad guys running around that they kicked the shit out of
That's what
before
I'm
him, kicks
saying.
the shit out of him
This is all that
again.
alternate timeline anime series.
Gets captured by sand pirates, fights them off, wins, makes a friend with a giant flying lemur. Who knows? Like, I want to see
Dude,
where this goes.
You're writing this shit as it goes. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah. All right, this shit writes itself.
Copyright.
Nah, dude, they're sand pirates. Sand pirates.
You're literally just giving the entire One Piece thing. Just keep going. Roll it on.
Oda's in his room, like, oh shit, this dude's good.
He's taking all of my ideas. God damn it.
He's on to me.
God, that's genius.
This man is the best. God damn it. But there was one other thing I wanted to talk about. Fuck, what was it? We talked mostly about the log poses and the rest of Log Town. Forget it. Just cut all that out. I completely forgot my train of thought.
Overall, these episodes really do set up a really good layup for like the rest of the show, though.
You saw the Panda Man?
I saw the Panda
Did
Man.
you see the Panda Man?
I saw the man.
Sorry, the
I
panda
didn't even
shirt.
look.
Panda
I
shirt.
forgot to look.
Whatever.
I
There's
did.
two Panda
I
Man
saw.
What?
Yup, two.
No.
I forgot to look.
I thought there was the shirt. I saw the shirt.
Yes, but there's one more.
Yo, what was the other one?
Do it to him.
The ending, the newest ending.
Oh, come
That's cheating.
Get
I
out
didn't
of here.
Don't be thinking of that shit. Get that shit out of here.
I watched it, but I ain't looking for Panda Man, dude. Come on.
And I wasn't looking for Panda Man in the movie either.
As soon as it says next time, I hit next. Fuck that shit.
Jesus. I mean, I watch the endings because I like the music in One Piece a lot.
I ain't got time.
I ain't got time for that shit.
I ain't gonna do it.
I ain't got time. I'll look at it later. I ain't got time. I got work to do and I gotta catch up.
I got you this time, Simmy. I got you.
You saw both
high
of them?
five.
So where was the first one before the
The
end
first one
credits
was on a kid's shirt when they were being welcomed wholeheartedly into the bay, and they were showing crowds and crowds of people. There was a kid waving a sword up in the air and a pirate hat, and on his shirt, blue shirt, Panda Man.
Panda
You need
Man.
a timestamp, viewers out there. It's 12:54.
Thank you, Simmy.
What episode though?
It was
Oh, that was
64.
64.
64.
All right.
And then you're telling me there was one in the ED.
Yeah.
God. I'm a fucking
We don't count
So
those.
does that mean after this point, like he's in all of the EDs, or is he?
No, he's only been in one op and one end. All right, that's
Yeah,
pretty
he's
much it.
just in this episode.
We'll count it as one. The first time we notice him in any OP or any ED, that's when we'll count it. Although now that he's been in two, I'm gonna go ahead and just watch every ED and every OP like with a fine-tooth comb, because I did not realize that he was in anything other than the We Are opening. I did know he was in the We Are.
All right, hit me with them quotes.
My quote this week is when I forgot the context of it. Is when they're talking about the maps and everything, and like choosing your the right way properly. And he goes, if we don't like it, then we can go around one more time. And I just love the interpretation of it, of like, or if you look at it, it's like he intends to just keep going around this fucking thing. And that's probably what the guy, the doctor realized when he saw that or said that line, is like, oh shit, this guy's just like Gold Roger. He probably is gonna love this, like, love the Grand Line, which, let's be real, Luffy's eating everything up. He wanted to fucking go off course to chase a dolphin, for fuck's sake. And then my second quote is just, quote, Laboon's roar.
just roar.
It's a roar.
Just all of them, all of his lines.
Laboon's lines.
Like him yelling at Luffy, like, this wasn't a tie. I'm clearly beating your ass.
Exactly. You could tell the passion
direct
in the
quote, by
heart in
the
those
way.
eyes and the roar. I want that roar in this podcast, God damn it. I love me some big ass monster roars.
My quote was right in episode 3, after they got done with like traversing the hassle that is the Grand Line with all of its crazy weather and crazy wind. Your boy Zoro is just sitting there taking a nap the whole time while everyone else is like busting their asses trying to keep the ship afloat. And then when everything gets calm again, Zoro finally wakes up and he looks around everyone and he's just like,
Come on. The weather's nice and all, but that's no reason to be lazy. We better be on the right track, that's all I can say.
Shut up, you bastard.
dude, savage. What a fucking dickhead.
Animal. Luffy never went to sleep either. Everyone else passed out. Luffy's big chilling on his seat up on the front.
It also brings up the fact, again, we have a bunch of master carpenters in this fucking cast, because they fix it perfectly. They fix the mast perfectly, I would say.
I feel like it's just
in
Usopp.
comparison to what, after ripping it out and shoving it in a whale.
I had one quote. It's an Usopp quote. It's when they're rolling up on Whiskey Peak, and they're determining whether they're going to go or not. Everyone's in complete agreement, but Usopp goes, I've suddenly contracted, I can't go on this island disease, everybody. I can't do this.
Oh boy, you're gonna love that one.
You're gonna love that one. That's it's funny. Usopp is a regular. He gets sick a lot, and it's always the same.
It's
same
weird.
illness.
Yeah.
It's really weird. You would think they
He
get
gets like he gets I don't feel like jumping off this mountain sickness.
Yeah. Someone's really got to boost this kid's vitamins and minerals intake. What is Sanji feeding this kid?
My quote for this episode was when Zoro said, "What kind
A
of
good swordsman never makes the mistake of letting his guard down. Plus, I took a nap earlier. Judging by the scowls and cheap disguises, I'm guessing you're all bounty hunters.
To be fair, you never really see Zoro drunk, but he's just in a constant, perpetual state.
Yeah, he's just constantly drinking."
All right, so for the golden ham, I'd like to nominate two people here. I'd like to nominate the meme answer, which is what's his face?
Crocus?
Yeah, Crocus.
The meme answer for me would actually be Zoro mainly because
Itachi meme.
For Perception
Itachi
100.
meme, Perception 100, and I would love to see this be the image for the podcast thing. I just want to say this for the fans. There's one image of Zoro after he gets the shit beat out of Nami, where he gets a bunch of bumps on his head.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
has this like
That they
real
animated that
grotesque-
face way too much.
It is pretty good, but I feel like we're gonna give him the golden ham next week. I feel like
That's
that's
fair.
gonna be a thing.
Well, save
I
that
gotta-
picture for next
Spoiler
week because I
alert.
want to give it to him.
See, I got a really wild one to nominate. I'm going to nominate Laboon because of his character development.
Because of his character development.
Character development? Excuse me.
Yeah, did I stutter?
Oh, what development, sir? What,
He doesn't.
what
Nothing
development?
happened.
He started off. What do you mean nothing happened? He got a rival. He has a purpose.
That's not character development.
That is character development.
No,
That
it
is the
isn't.
definition of character development. Starting with nothing and no fucking like goal in life to
Are
then
you calling
having a
Crocus
goal.
nothing?
Yeah,
How dare you?
he's a walking meme. That's all he
And
is.
his doctor. Dude had been dead long before if Crocus wasn't there.
Only because he slammed his head into
Yeah.
the wall because he's depressed. Now he's not going to slam his head in the wall. No more
Shit.
doctors.
All right, well, let's let Jordy finish his thing first. What were your two?
I didn't even finish my goddamn sentence, and I got
I know,
sidetracked.
I jumped in. That's my bad. I'm an asshole.
Goddamn, I said Crocus for the meme answer because he took 2 head cannons to the face. He took 2 bazookas.
Oh,
He
really?
he orchestrated this entire maze inside a whale. All right, let's not take that for granted here, real quick.
I'm about it.
Let's not just assume that that's easy, okay?
But the more serious answer here would be Nami, because they would all be dead, 100%.
They would literally all be dead right now.
If we lost it dead at the same time.
And the fact that she recognizes, she goes, "My navigation skills here are kind of useless." She's learning by doing the ultimate test.
She's
The
like,
ultimate
my,
test.
my skills now, God tier.
She gets to the very first island. She's like, you know what? I got this. This is easy.
She took supercharge. She said, "You do this. You do this. Hey, you two goons, come
We
over
got some
here."
actual sailing going on here.
Right?
She even forced Mr. Nine and Miss Wednesday to do shit. Like, what are you fucking guys doing there? Get the fuck
Yeah.
out of there.
I'm still confused as how the rudder's only activated by a pole in the cabin, unlike traditional like Western style where there's an actual
Yeah.
wheel.
Well, no,
But like,
there are boats that work both ways. It's a cheaper style rudder.
I'm not saying it's improbable. I'm just saying it looks weird.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's supposed to be kind of a cheap ship, right? Like, I mean, it is the Straw Hat ship,
A
but
cheap ship made by a billionaire.
It's also not a billionaire. And first of all, this is
Okay.
not even like a battleship. This is like a leisure ship. They use this for
Yeah.
vacations.
this is meant to be just for like chilling out and going from like island to island, enjoying yourself. And these goons are literally trying to take it to the most treacherous
Fucking
sea on
full
the planet.
send Grand Line, baby.
I could see Nami. I would rather give it to Laboon just because he's best boy. And there's going to be plenty of opportunity to give it to
I
Nami.
don't know.
Hell no! What do you mean?
I'll give it to Laboon or Crocus.
It sounded like
I'll give it to
Laboon.
Crocus.
Shit, looks like you guys are losers.
That's all right, Devin. We on the same boat. We on the same boat.
We the bus.
That's right. We the bus. We the bus.
Laboon was nice, but he'd be nothing without the Crocus.
You're not
no.
wrong. You're not wrong.
No,
be
because
dead.
he met Luffy. Now he doesn't
Wrong.
need
He'd
Crocus.
be dead. He'd been dead years
No, he
ago.
doesn't need Crocus anymore. Therefore, Crocus weak sauce.
He'd have been dead. He'd
Devin,
have
I'm so
been
glad
dead.
that this touched you so much. Because that whale for a lot of people is either like real deep or a real throwaway.
I'm the only one here that's going full ham into the animals besides one dog.
That's not true.
That's
Yeah, I
not
said
true.
besides
I love
one
every
dog.
animal that pops up. I'm just not as deep on the meme as you are.
All right. We gave it to Crocus. All right, let's.
What?
Well, it was 3-2. We lost.
What are you talking about? It was 3 for Lagoon too.
No, it was 3 Crocus, 2 Laboon.
Christian voted Laboon too.
Wrong. I said I could go either way.
That's a tie.
That's what I'm saying, Christian. You have to be the tiebreaker. You
I
have
know.
to definitively choose.
It's up to you, sport. Are you going to give it to this weak sauce of a doctor, or are you going to give it to a gigantic fucking whale that slayed thousands, millions of pirates?
You know what? It's Crocus. Crocus wins. And you know, and half of it is to spite you. You know, it's like 75% of it is to spite you because of all this nonsense. Mans would be dead. Years ago, decades ago.
Literally decades.
Crocus has dedicated most of his life, a large portion of his life.
He fought for his newfound freedom.
He fought for nothing. He fought for nothing. He bashed his stupid brain against a rock for 50 years and only was told that he gets to do shit again by some other dude who has less of a brain.
Don't you downplay my whale that hard, okay? You can go Crocus, but don't you dare disrespect my whale.
Mans would be dead.
I agree. That I agree with. But don't you play with my heart, disrespecting Laboon's fucking torment all these years. He just wants a friend, man. He just wants a friend.
And he had a perfectly good one in Crocus, but he wasn't willing to listen.
Yeah, literally in him.
Literally inside of him.
Literally. God damn it.
Hello, Randy Newman.
Oh my god. Literally had a friend in Crocus.
You got a friend in me.
I hate you. That was perfect. Crocus wins. I give up.
I feel like that's it, right?
Yeah,
that's it.
Fucking do it.
Follow us on Twitter.
Yeah. For anyone who didn't listen last week, the end, we've got Twitter. It's at Panda Sightings on Twitter. You'll know it by the first post being "Hi Mom."
We haven't done anything in 2 weeks.
Nothing has happened to it yet because we're lazy and nobody's added us yet from last week. So now we're waiting.
Because we haven't uploaded at this point yet.
Hey, they don't
know that.
I mean, oh shit, trade secrets.
God,
oh shit,
Devin.
Oh no, I broke the fourth wall like Crocus did.
Exactly. You're only making my case for me.
Big dumb.
Nah,
Laboon,
you loved that
boy.
bit. You loved that
Laboon,
bit earlier.
Biggest best boy.
Nah, you're a coward. You're a hypocrite.
He cleansed the fucking Grand
We're
Line
done with
before
this.
it was cool.
Oh my god. Just make it end. Make it stop.
Hashtag Laboon's the best boy.
I can't
Crocus
be here
for
anymore.
life. Croak is love. Croak is life.
Hashtag Laboon.
Add us on Twitter, which you like better.
Yeah, tell us who's wrong.
Tell us who's actually the winner here. You decide.
All right,
All right, we're done.
Jesus Christ.
Stop.